Wait, what? Wait,
Cindy was dead just now and now she's alive.
wait, how are you alive again? Oh my god, I know what's going
Wait.
on. That's bullshit.
There's
dude.
someone already cheating? The game
Yes.
still is not released. He's
Cindy,
already
why,
cheating.
why are you hacking already, dude?
I'm reporting the death for cheating.
Bro. What you just heard was a snippet of my first ever gameplay test. The story started 2 years ago, when I started seeing videos on YouTube where people were making games in a month, a week, a day, or even an hour. This sparked a thought in me, that I wanted to grow up to be a game developer also. Though, I was already 25 years old with a full-time job, so I was a bit behind schedule to say the least. In addition, I was only interested in making competitive multiplayer games, and I wasn't aware of the level of complexity it adds to the game development. I tried time and time again, but I always stopped projects halfway, or at the start, because of many reasons. Either I got uninterested after building the core mechanics, or code turned into a delicious spaghetti bolognese, and iteration became impossible. This went on until a few months ago. One thing was clear. With my current set of knowledge, it wasn't going to be possible for me to build a game in a week or a month. That's when I decided to give up. Not on game development, but on setting impossible timelines and expectations for my skill set, and set one goal in mind. Start a project, set an achievable scope, see it to the end, and do it in a way that you consider it to be the right way. Step 1. Setting an achievable scope. What does it mean for me? The core thing I can't give up is that the game needs to be multiplayer. Okay, then what else? We can make our main character a cube, so that we don't need to worry about most animations. We can have two basic skills. One that creates a block that pushes the other players away, and another that smashes down on the ground to hit and blow the enemies away. Last one standing on the platform after everybody falls down wins. Sounds simple enough. Step 2. Making the game the right way. What does the right way mean for me? For me, it mostly means making deliberate choices in my coding instead of writing the first thing that comes into my mind. This means I would avoid spaghetti code, learn better ways to structure my code so that it's iterable, think thoroughly on my coding choices, learning new coding patterns, and even automating the testing so that there are no regressions. Finally, step 3. Polishing. Weird enough, this is the part I was dreading the most. I had previously worked on mechanics for different games, but whenever I was done coding a mechanic and I needed to move on to the polishing stage, where I'm adding visual and audio feedbacks, I would get bored and stop working on the project. I'm not sure why this is the case. I think it's just the way I am wired. But nevertheless, I know polishing is a major part of making games, so I needed to handle this. For the first time in my game development journey, all three of these steps came together. My scope was achievable. I developed the core mechanics in about 2 weeks. I learned multiple different design patterns and improved my code maintainability, such as adding hierarchical state machines, object pooling, and separating my gameplay and visual cues. I spent the last 2 weeks adding visual cues, improving the color scheme, adding some sound feedbacks, and writing the simple menu system. So at the end of the month, I convinced some of my friends to play the game with me, and it was a major disaster. There were multiple bugs, people couldn't reconnect to the game once they left, game wouldn't end successfully, and the lobby system was flaky. We could only play a game or two before the game crashed for everybody. I realized my friends didn't even know what buttons were for the skills, so they didn't even use most of the mechanics I implemented. But do I think this experiment was a failure? Absolutely not. I learned so much in this past month that I will apply to my future games. This will be a long journey, but the important thing is improving in every step of the way. I'm currently working on my next short project, and it is already coming in better than this one ever did. So, I'm looking forward to the conclusion of my new project, and if you made it this far and are curious to see my next game, please subscribe and join to my Discord channel. I will host gameplay tests and updates there. See ya!